Stop budgeting if you want to build real wealth. This is exactly what you need to do in your specific income level instead. I am making this video because generic standard personal finance advice is keeping millions of high earning Indians trapped on a financial treadmill by treating money as a static math problem. You've been told that saving money comes down to penny pinching, avoiding coffees, and tracking your groceries. But forcing your life into restrictive Western budgets doesn't work in a high growth, high inflation economy. What if wealth generation isn't about restriction at all, but is instead about running a phased, dynamic operation that completely shifts gears based on your exact salary slabs? Today, we're dismantling the budgeting myth. I'm going to give you a phased blueprint that is going to turn your current income into automated financial leverage. See, I'm not a lifestyle creator giving you generic theories. I have directly worked as a professional finance and mortgage advisor in the UK, where I've spent most of my time under the hood of banking systems, structuring millions in capital and engineering wealth strategies for high net worth clients. I know exactly how institutional wealth is built, and it is not through a colorful pie chart. Now let's look at the actual rules of the game, starting with the first salary slab. This is your level 1 or your first job where you're earning somewhere between 4 to 9 lakh per annum. The day your very first corporate paycheck hits your salary account is a highly dangerous psychological inflection point. For the first time in your life, you possess direct purchasing power. The default human behavior here is to immediately inflate your lifestyle. Celebration dinners, upgrading your smartphone, or renting an apartment you can hardly afford. But this is the structural trap. When you're early in your career, your absolute greatest financial asset is not the size of your salary. It is the time horizon arbitrage. Your cost of responsibility is at its absolute lowest. You most likely don't have dependents, home loans, or schooling fees. So, the wealthy playbook of this exact phase is simple: aggressive offensive seeding. The literal moment the amount credited SMS hits your phone, you do not look at what you can spend. You take the absolute maximum percentage of the capital as humanly possible and automatically route it directly into low cost index funds. Early in your career, your portfolio allocation should be heavily, if not exclusively, weighted towards equity stocks. You do not need the artificial safety of debt funds or low yield fixed deposits yet. You need compound growth engine velocity. And your operational rule for the market is clinical. Every single time the Indian market goes under a routine correction or crash, you do not panic. You view it as a seasonal inventory discount and aggressively buy more units. To match this aggressive investment engine, you must build absolute baseline awareness. For the first consecutive 3 months of your career, you are banned from using automated tracking apps. Open a completely blank manual spreadsheet on your laptop. Every single evening, you will manually type in every single rupee in and out of your possession. If you spend 40 rupees on a cutting chai, you type it in. This manual friction forces your brain to bridge the cognitive gap between digital numbers on screen and real physical capital. You must master the baseline unit economics of your life even before you scale up. Now coming to level 2. This is your first promotion where you earn somewhere between 9 to 16 lakhs per annum. Eventually, you clear the entry level hurdle and land your first promotion. And your income starts ticking upwards. At this junction, the standard personal finance playbook will tell you to strictly implement the famous 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your salary for your needs, 30% of your salary for your wants, and 20% for your savings. Let's be completely honest and direct. In the current Indian retail market, the 50-30-20 rule is highly impractical and structurally flawed. Between skyrocketing commercial rents in tier 1 tech hubs like Bangalore, Mumbai, Gurgaon, rising fuel prices and food inflation, your mandatory needs can easily consume 65% of your professional income. Attempting to force your life into a rigid Western designed pie chart ends up creating psychological guilt and operational paralysis. Instead, at this phase, you have a clear strategic binary choice. Either aggressively compress your lifestyle to save more or choose the high leverage route. Earn more and lock in your savings rate from that delta. This is the exact window where you aggressively reinvest capital back into your own professional equity. You buy premium industry courses, attend high-end networking masterminds, and earn elite skills that directly position you for your next corporate leap. Your salary is merely a tool to fund your ultimate wealth asset, your earning capacity. Simultaneously, this is your prime operational window to experiment with institutional leverage, that is credit cards. Most traditional Indian parents will tell you that credit cards are an absolute curse that lead directly to ruin. But as an operator, you must understand the infrastructure of banking. This is your only safe window to explore, experiment, learn the ins and outs of credit cycle, reward maximization, and your credit score optimization. This is the exact time where you can still make a minor tactical mistake. You can still hit a financial wall and possess the career runway to win all of it effortlessly back. But the strict operational guardrail for this phase is non-negotiable. You must emerge from this developmental phase completely free of high interest consumer credit card debt or any other small predatory personal loans. You should use the banks for their data and reward systems and never let them lease your future cash flow. Finally, before this phase closes, you must establish your structural defense shield. You do not rely on your employer's corporate health insurance policy because the moment you leave that job, you're completely left exposed. You independently purchase a standalone term insurance policy and a comprehensive health insurance cover while your biological age is low and your premiums are incredibly cheap. You also need to establish your baseline pension framework using systems like NPS and PPF. NPS stands for National Pension System and PPF stands for Public Provident Fund. These help you to lock in tax efficiencies early on. Now coming to level 3, the mid-career leap. This is where you earn somewhere between 16 to 30 lakhs per annum. This is exactly when you're entering mid-management. Now you're an established corporate asset and your tax bracket is beginning to become aggressively punitive. This is the exact moment where your financial strategy must pivot from basic saving to sophisticated tax optimization and second income streamlining. In the UK, high earners use an ISA, which is an individual savings account, to shield their wealth from the state. And in the US, operators max out on their Roth 401k structures. The natural question is, what is the equivalent high leverage tax shield inside the Indian financial framework? The answer is the systematic optimization of Section 80C, Section 80CCD, subsection 1B, and pre-tax corporate prerequisite structures. In this video, when I use jargons and you do not understand anything, it is your responsibility to go back to Google and research all of them. You must max out every single rupee your employee is legally allowed to pay you via pre-tax benefits or matching contributions. You aggressively utilize voluntary provident fund expansions if your firm offers them. Max out the additional 50,000 tier 1 allocation in the NPS and reconstruct your corporate salary structure to include fuel allowances, gadget prerequisites, and food coupons. Every single rupee you shield from top tier income tax bracket is an automatic instant return on your capital even before it leaves your firm's payroll database. Furthermore, this mid-career phase is the absolute optimal season to initiate a secondary cash flow engine, your side gig. Your corporate career provides a stable baseline liquidity that covers your lifestyle, housing, and structural investments. You must now use your weekends and late nights, build an undeletable digital or consulting asset based on your domain expertise, whether that's an independent B2B consultancy or launching a specialized agency or building digital intellectual property. This secondary income stream provides the raw, high-risk capital required to play the next level of the game. And an absolute warning to the operators who skip the baseline defenses in phase 2. If you do not have an independent term insurance and a primary health cover locked in by this point, you're barred from proceeding. One single medical emergency in India can entirely wipe out your mid-management savings within 48 hours. Secure the perimeter before you try to expand the empire. Now coming to level 4 or your comfort zone, this is where you earn somewhere between 30 lakhs to 75 lakhs per annum. Psychologically, this is the most dangerous phase for an ambitious professional. You are now earning a highly comfortable, predictable amount of money. Here, you're likely married, navigating family dynamics, and establishing deep roots. The evolutionary biology of a human brain at this point screams at you to play it safe, so that you protect what you have and stagnate. And this is where most corporate professionals freeze. They spend their wealth upgrading luxury SUVs and buying massive debt capital residential villas that offer zero liquid yield. But the elite playbook does the exact opposite. When your salary hits the high velocity comfort, you stop chasing simple cash accumulation and start aggressively chasing equity and structural ownership. If you are a key operator within your firm, your negotiations during your appraisal cycles must pivot away from basic cash salary increases and move directly towards ESOPs, equity grants, or profit sharing percentages. Outside of your core corporate job, your paycheck routine must shift towards acquiring silent, non-operating economic leverage. There are few options like 1. Silent sleeping equity. This is where you allocate capital to stable, cash flowing private businesses or niche franchises where you provide the fuel but you have zero operational duties. 2. Commercial real estate fractions. Moving away from residential properties and purchasing premium, fractional institutional commercial real estate that yields stable and predictable pre-tax rental inflows backed by corporate tenants. Third one is angel investing and syndicates, deploying high calculated asymmetrical bets on early stage startups within your specific domain or expertise where your knowledge can de-risk the investment. Fourth one is peer-to-peer structured lending. This is where you utilize regulated, high-yielding alternative debt instruments to act as the bank, collecting predictable cash flows of corporate borrowers. You are transitionally moving your wealth out of active human labor and into silent sleeping money that compounds independently of your physical presence. Level 5, the peak operator. This is where you earn somewhere between 75 lakh to 1.5 crore. At this level, you're a high value executive director or a funder. And at this financial stage, your daily financial battles are no longer about picking the right mutual fund or negotiating a 10% raise. Your primary battle at level 5 is the ruthless mitigation of lifestyle inflation and time degradation. When your income reaches this stratosphere, society expects you to match it with extreme luxury vanity assets. If you fall into that trap, you remain a high earning slave to your corporate calendar. The final playbook dictates that you use your paycheck for one ultimate purpose. That is to buy back your absolute time. You systematically delegate every single low leverage task in your life. You hire personal assistants, dedicated operation coordinators, and property managers. If a task can be handled by paying someone 500 an hour and your cognitive hourly rate is worth 10,000, retaining that task is an act of pure financial self-sabotage. You buy back your time so your brain has complete unburdened solitude to design massive high leverage deals and asset acquisitions. By this point, you hit the ultimate structural tipping point. The net yield from your investment engine officially matches or exceeds your net stable income from your corporate salary. The moment that occurs, you are functionally retired regardless of your age, and the corporate job becomes completely optional. But you do not slow down, you pivot. You stop trading your life for a salary completely. You use your accumulated capital pools to start buying entire businesses, specifically unflashy, boring, high margin utility businesses. You no longer rely on a singular corporate paycheck. Your life is sustained by a diversified industrial network of multiple independent streams of incoming revenue. At this peak velocity, you stop managing your own money on spreadsheets. You build your personal sovereign council. You hire elite independent professionals to guide your ship. That can be dedicated tax planners, structural wealth advisors, or dedicated legal counsel. Your operational mandate completely transitions from building wealth to ruthlessly protecting wealth against inflation, legal liability, and systematic decay. And you have finally won the game. So stop treating your monthly income like a casual allowance to fund your weekends. Understand one thing, money is not a reward for your past labor. It is the raw industrial capital required to fund your future. Locate your exact salary slab on the matrix we analyzed today and execute the protocol with cold, clinical precision. Now, as you climb these wealth phases and your income aggressively scales, your single biggest wealth destroying liability isn't going to be your lifestyle expenses. It is going to be the massive multi-decade home loan trap that retail banks designed to quietly drain your net worth at your peak earning age. If you want to use my exact advisor playbook to legally manipulate the bank's own math and shave off 8 years from your overall loan tenure and save over 40 lakhs in pure interest, click on this video where I break down the exact home loan mistakes that are costing you lakhs and how you can pay them off faster. Stay volatile, stay dangerous, and go build your wealth. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.